In the last video, we sat with something uncomfortable. The truth that many people, maybe you, are carrying more than anyone around them knows. That the life that looks fine from the outside is often held together by sheer will, by lifelong adaptation, by patterns of self-protection so deeply wired they no longer feel like choices. They just feel like who you are. But they are not who you are. They are what you learned in order to survive. And learning, unlike identity, can be updated. The signal, the inner frequency that is specifically Prajasamla yours, was never destroyed. Distorted, yes. Buried, yes. Drowned out by noise that was never yours to carry. But underneath all of it, it has been consistent. Waiting, not with impatience, not with judgment, with the quiet persistence of something that knows it is real. So how does it come back? Not in a single moment of revelation. Not through one conversation, one breakthrough, one perfectly timed insight. It comes back the way light enters a room that has been dark for a long time. Slowly through the smallest available opening. And the first thing you have to understand is this. You cannot think your way back to yourself. The mind, clever, relentless, endlessly analytical, will try. It will offer explanations, frameworks, timelines, lists of things to do differently. And understanding, as we explored earlier in this series, has genuine value. But the wound was not created by the mind alone. It was created in the body, in the nervous system, in the wordless, pre-verbal experience of a moment when something happened and the system couldn't hold it. And so the healing, the real healing, must include the body. Here is what that actually looks like. Not in the abstract, in the actual experience of an actual day. It begins with safety. Not the safety of a perfect environment, not the safety of everything being resolved. The safety of one moment in which your nervous system is allowed to be exactly where it is, without needing to perform, without needing to manage, without the constant background task of keeping the surface smooth. For some people, this arrives in therapy, in the presence of someone trained to hold space for what has never been fully felt. For some, it arrives in movement, in the body finally being allowed to do what it was designed to do with stored tension. For some, it arrives in nature, in the particular quietness of a space where the nervous system receives the signal. There is no threat here, you can put it down. For some, it arrives in creative expression, in writing, in music, in making something that gives a form to what words alone cannot reach. The entry point is different for every person. But the direction is the same. Toward safety, toward the body, toward the feeling that was never allowed to complete. Because this is what most people misunderstand about healing. They think it means no longer feeling the difficult things. That the goal is to reach a place where the grief doesn't come, where the anxiety is permanently quiet, where the past has been so thoroughly resolved that it no longer makes contact with the present. That is not healing. Healing is developing the capacity to feel the difficult things, fully, without being destroyed by them. To let grief move through you, rather than storing it in your chest for years. To feel the anxiety rise, recognize it for what it is, an old signal, not a present truth, and breathe through it rather than running from it. To be triggered and to pause, and to respond from the person you are now rather than the person you were when the wound was first created. This takes practice, it takes patience. And it takes something that our culture rarely encourages. Permission. Permission to not be fine. Permission to need time. Permission to heal at the pace your nervous system, not your schedule, not other people's expectations, requires. There is a word in Japanese, kintsugi. It is the art of repairing broken pottery with gold. The cracks are not hidden, they are filled with something precious. The object does not pretend the breaking never happened. It carries the history of what it survived, visibly, beautifully, as the most distinctive thing about it. The repaired places are not where it is weakest. They are where it is most interesting, most unique, most clearly itself. You are not trying to return to who you were before. That person existed before the experience that changed you. And the experience, as painful as it was, is now part of the material you are made of. The goal is not to erase it. The goal is to integrate it. To carry it in a way that doesn't cost you everything. To let it inform your depth, your empathy, your capacity for genuine connection, without letting it run the show. People who have moved through this describe a specific moment. Not a dramatic one, usually quiet. A moment when they realize they have gone an entire afternoon without the background hum of anxiety. When they catch themselves laughing, really laughing, and notice that something in them relaxed without being told to. When someone offers them kindness and they are able to receive it, rather than deflecting it or distrusting it or feeling somehow unworthy of it. These moments are the signal returning. Quiet, unmistakable. I am still here. And the light that was never truly lost, only buried beneath the distortion, begins to surface. Not as a dramatic revelation. As something you slowly stop being surprised by. Your own presence, your own warmth, your own particular way of seeing the world. The thing that was always there, underneath everything that was put on top of it. You are not at the beginning of your healing. Even the fact that you are here, watching this, sitting with these questions, is evidence that something in you has already been working its way back. That some part of you, the part that never stopped knowing who you were, has been patient and has been waiting and has kept the signal alive. Even when you couldn't feel it. Even when everything felt dark. The light was there. It is there now. And it is yours. Subscribe, share this with someone who needs to hear that they are not broken, and we will keep going together.